You just finished that task. A task are surprised and relieved you just finished. How did you celebrate it? When was the last time you celebrated a win? Hello, and welcome to the Resilient Life with Rosie Resilient. Today, I'll be sharing how to celebrate a win and why it is so important for all of us to celebrate a win, the small ones and the big ones. Why is it important to celebrate a small win? I used to put my goals on a piece of paper and check them off. And once it was checked off, I said, okay, let's go to the next. Any personal challenge that therapy could help with? Therapy can provide tools to approach your life in a very different way. And that's why I'm excited to tell you about today's sponsor, BetterHelp. BetterHelp is a platform that makes finding a therapist easier because it's online, it's remote, and by filling out a few questions, BetterHelp can match you to a professional therapist in as little as a few days. It's easy to sign up and get matched with a therapist. There's a link in my description. It's betterhelp.com/theresilientlife. If you are struggling, consider online therapy with our sponsor, BetterHelp. Click the link in the description or visit betterhelp.com/theresilientlife. Also, it gets you 10% off your first month of BetterHelp so you can connect with a therapist and see if it helps you. Again, click the link in the description or visit betterhelp.com/theresilientlife. Thank you again, BetterHelp, for supporting this channel. Now back to our episode. I don't even believe I ever said good job, Rosirma, way to go, anything. I just checked it off and said, okay, it's time for us to go to the next task for us to do. A few years ago, I realized on why it was very important for me to start celebrating the small wins and not wait for the big win. I don't know which one you are, the big elephant or the small chunks of elephant. I was the big elephant person. I saw the elephant. That was my main goal. I became overwhelmed because of the big elephant until I learned to chop up the elephant. And then once I got one piece of the elephant and put it up and I accomplished it, I told myself, good job. And that gave me more momentum to continue because I saw that I actually did it. I did something that's part of the big elephant. It is very important for us to celebrate our small wins because a celebration is an event, not the destination. And if you're going to wait for the big elephant, by the time you get to that big elephant, you're not going to appreciate it at all. I went to Tulum, and that was a trip already planned, and that was my big elephant celebration. But I did have small chunk celebrations along the way. But I had some goals that I wanted to achieve, and I told myself, okay, that's your big goal trip once you have it accomplished. In the meantime, here's all these little chunks. And when you get these chunks and you check that off, we're going to celebrate. My big chunk was to have my book on Audible. My small chunks was recording each chapter. I started this podcast last year because it was hard for me to hear my voice and to appreciate my voice, become better with my voice, as well as to improve the way I speak. The next task, I was told by my coach, is to put my book on audio. And at first, I thought, I'll just get somebody for that because I don't have the time for that. But he told me I had to do it with my own voice so the audience could hear my voice with my story. And once he said it that way, it made a lot of sense. I had to put it on a plan, on a piece of paper, and break it apart for myself so then I could check mark and smiley face because I am a check mark person. And once I did a chapter, I put a smiley face and I celebrated. I either gave myself an hour of dancing because at that time I had no TV for 30 days in order for me to get it rolling. I went outside to the park. I found all these little things that made me happy to say, Rosirma, good job, check mark. Once I got all the chapters together, I found out I did them wrong. So, of course, I got discouraged, did it over again because I really was adamant I'm going to do this, I'm going to finish this. So, I redid them over and did the check marks again in smiley face. And then once I submitted all the chapters correctly edited, I got the email that said, "Congratulations, it is approved." I screamed. I was so excited. Called my friend and told him, and I was so happy. And I bought myself a bottle of Zacapa, which is one of my favorite rums. Number 2, of course. We have to celebrate my win. It boosts my confidence so much. It had me appreciate myself. So these are the 3 main reasons why it is very important to celebrate yourself. 1, you deserve it. Hello. Number 2, it boosts your self-esteem. Finally, putting my book on audio did so much for my confidence of myself to surprise myself, because I literally surprised myself. A year ago, if someone told me that, I would say, no, thank you for the suggestion. But now that I did it, I'm even bolder, encouraged to do even bigger things. And then number 3 is part of self-care. I had so much fun just relaxing and turn on the television again because I accomplished that. So I turned on the television again. It made me appreciate the trip to Tulum even more. Even with my sister, she just finished her MBA. It was her celebration trip too. And we both celebrated this big thing that was for both of us that we honestly thought we could not finish, and we finished it. So I encourage everyone to celebrate the small wins. You don't have to do a big trip to Tulum as your big finish win, but at least have a goal in mind so then you can say to yourself, you did a good job. And this is my celebratory gift to you. How to celebrate yourself, as I just mentioned, do a spa day, a trip, a daycation, a staycation, go to the gardens, go to the museum, turn off the phone and just be in peace, be listening to the birds and just be at peace. And it's so important. I kid you not, when you're at peace and you're quiet, all these creative juices will all of a sudden just come out. So have a piece of paper and a pen next to you just in case. What is a win? A win is when you accomplish something that you honestly thought you could not do. For example, January, you said, I'm going to lose 20 pounds. It's September and you have not even lost 1 pound, but you are now saying, okay, I am focused on this. I will lose 20 pounds. You check off, hey, what did you do? You actually put clothes on to go to the gym. That's a small win. How about dance for that? You went to the gym and you did 30 minutes. Yesterday you did 15, today you did 30. That's another win. We need to extend ourselves grace and don't just wait for the big elephant, which is your 20 pounds, but celebrate the small win of you went to the gym. You exercised for 15 minutes. Oh my God, you did 30. Oh, you included weights. You used to not even touch weights. Let's go. Be your own cheerleader and extend yourself grace. It is so important because that helps us to do more. That is your dopamine hit. You don't have to wait for a ding on your phone to get a dopamine hit. Just celebrate your small wins and you could get all the dopamine you need. That's your feel good chemical, okay? I will share more of my trip to Tulum on a vlog on my YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, it's Rosie Resilient. It's in the description box. Did you enjoy this episode? Please leave a comment and a like on Apple and Spotify podcast. Also, if you're listening to this and watching this on YouTube, like and comment there as well. Be kind and share. Thanks for listening to another episode of The Resilient Life. Reset your mind, reset your life. Stay resilient.